よし、さあチキンポリス続きやっていきます。お久しぶりの配信コンティニュー。はい、さあ入ろう。
The jazz overwhelmed us. There was no band in sight, yet the music seeped from the walls like years of cigarette smoke and the smell of spilled whiskey. Behind the bar, rows of fancy bottles reflected the harmonious voices of pretty dames and the clinking of crystal glass. It was the kind of place that makes you drunk, even if you've never had a sip. A dangerous place for someone like me. No matter how alien I felt, it was strangely like coming home. Welcome to the Czar. Here we are.
Mother of...
I take you to the nicest places, eh, sweetheart?
Oh, does it mean you're buying, honey?
Don't even think about it.
Oh, men these days. So, we're here to find a dame called Natasha.
I have a hunch she won't be hard to find. Let's mingle and try to avoid suspicion.
Just like always.
No, Marty, not like always. This time is for real.
さあ、下をした話する人が見つかる。大柄な星が角でっか。
Where the hell is Natasha?
Let's ask that stud over
あ
there
れ、
with those
なん
nice
かコメント
gals.
できんかった。
コメントできなかった。
おわ。
わわ。さあ2時間がやりますよ。
That guy looks way too horny for my taste.
Oh man, your sense of humor is bad as ever.
You just need to get used to it again.
What?
話しかけれない。
This is the life, huh? What's this guy do? Real estate? Mob accountant? Or is he a movie star?
He looks like a coat hanger to me.
角で言ってるでしょ、これ洋服ハンガーって。
That was actually worse than the previous joke.
I try.
情報入れなさそうだな。狐のとこ。
Fox is a wolf who sends flowers.
What?
Oh, nothing. I read it somewhere.
Fascinating. I didn't know you could read.
ひでえ。
Ha ha ha. Very funny.
もうステージ見るしかないよね、これ多分。あ、こっち見たらいいじゃん。うわーびっくりした、ちょっと。びっくりしたんだけど。映画のポスター見ようぜ。
Oh, I know this fodder guy. He was kind of good in Death of the Horse.
You've seen every clucking movie.
You know, Laura and I go to the movies a lot. When was the last time you went?
Exactly 12 years ago.
あ
Oh, you remember that precisely? Let me guess. Molly?
Yep, our very first date.
I see. What did you watch?
I don't remember. I just remember her. Nothing else.
You're a clucking poet. I mean it.
What weird titles these have.
変な代表した作品ばかりだ。
Ooh, I've seen this. Hicks Poodle plays a private eye, hired to look for a woman, then gets into some kind of blackmail thing that's connected to the first case, and...
Hey, Marty?
What, yeah?
I don't give a shit.
It's a classic. And kind of reminds
Well,
me of the
似てるよね。
situation we're
俺も思ったよ。
in right now.
How so?
I don't know. A mysterious case, a mysterious woman, strange threats, some off-duty investigation.
So?
Like, think about it. What if we're in a movie? And this whole mess is just fiction?
Marty, I think you're having a nervous breakdown.
It's a class. Like,
Marty.
マーティそのうち第4の壁認識しそうだな。
You think this is one of those movies where the femme fatale gets everything in the end and the poor detective's left stranded?
Yep, just like life.
You're old, Sonny. I mean, experienced. Have you ever met a woman like that in real life? Who floors you with a glass and leaves only heartbreak?
Well, actually...
あるんだ。
Oh, but I didn't mean to... I'm sorry, Sonny. You're old.
Well...
Oh.
読めね
Another lupus movie. Jeez. Is there nothing today they're not trying to sell with this guy?
Whoa, don't be rude, Sonny. Lupus is a timeless genius. Have you seen Predator City? God, I'm still getting chicken bumps. But wait, who's that next to him?
Cassandra Ruby Faye. Nah, never heard of her.
Cassandra Ruby Faye. Oh, gods, even her name makes me feel weak in the knees.
Watch your blood pressure, pal.
Don't mind me, just women and guns are my only weakness.
No shit.
Remember the name, Marty. Cassandra Ruby Faye.
Marty, shut up. Marty.
さあ、なんで名前が手下連中なのこいつは。なんなのこいつ。
This guy is certainly not a gangster henchman.
Of course he's not.
もっと見ようぜ。
Marty, I bet you wouldn't dare to go up to him and ask if he hasn't seen your fur coat.
What? Why? I'm mad, yeah, but not suicidal.
Are you chicken or what?
チキンなんだよ実際に。
Piss off, old bird.
Nah, chicken shit.
あ、見れねえや。ステージ見ようぜステージ。誰もいないステージ。
I was hoping to have missed the main event.
You're a rusty old cock, that's why.
So says the little butt jam.
多分スラングだろうねこれ。
But what?
あ、違うの
That's
かよ。
not even a word.
It is now, all because of you. You should feel honored. Butt jam.
You know, Sonny, sometimes you're like an evil little child.
そんなやつスラングかと思ったよ。
What is it, butt jam?
まだ言われてる。
Nothing, old fart.
What is it?
Remember?
How could I even forget?
Absurd, right? All that bloodshed for a piece of cheese.
Yeah, hunger can bring out the monster in animals, right?
And the wildest and most primordial instincts, no matter how civilized they seem.
As you say, Marty.
Remember that other case with the turtle and the rabbit fella?
Oh gosh, Marty, where do you dig these out?
My mind is a bottomless pit, my friend. Was the rabbit a runner? And the turtle was his buddy? Or
His dealer, actually.
ah, yeah, you're right. We found the rabbit
やべ
in the
え
river with the
こ
missing
う
leg. Brutal stuff.
Two missing legs, actually. But
いや
yeah,
日本最悪じゃ
What
ん。
happened with the turtle in the end? It's a little bit blurry.
your bottomless pit of a mind is a dark and sad little place.
うわもう
Turtle
怖っ
probably
この
would run
仮面。
faster if he ate the legs of the rabbit.
やばいサイコパスだこの仮面。やばいサイコじゃん。これ亀がウサギのし落としてたらもっとやばいよこれ。
You know what? This city's seriously fucked up.
It is, Marty.
やべえやべえ事件聞いちゃった。
Remember that other kid? My mind is a bottomless.
Is
Ah, yeah, you're right.
two missing legs,
What
actually.
happened with the turtle in the?
Your bottomless pit of a mind is a dark and sad little place. The
でもこれ
turtle
亀が犯人だろこ
You
れ。
know what? This city's seriously.
It is, Marty.
亀が速く走れるようになるためにウサギの足を落として食ったんだろこれ。やば。
もしもしためよ久しさんよ。
何こいつすごい見てくんだけど。何もまばたきしてずっと凝視してくんだよこのスズ
今
メ。
久しっつった。
わかんない。亀って言ってないのは間違いないんだけどね。読みを調べよう。おい読みで久しって出てきたぞこれ。人名でさ亀っていう漢字を書いて久しって呼ぶのがある。完全にそれで読んだじゃん。なんで久しなのこれ。亀久しなぜ。人名で久し。
普通読まないわ。
わかんねえ。なんで久しって呼ぶんだ。わかんねえ。出ねえんだけど。なんで久しって呼ぶのこれ。いやそう呼ぶのはわかるけどさ、理由が何もわかんねえ。何こいつ。
Hey, there's Fillmore.
Who? Oh, yes. Philmar. Because that's what he calls himself, right?
新しいキャラだった。
You know him well?
We had some seriously wild cases together, yes. Mainly in Averia, way before Clawville. Another place and another life.
Sounds good. Like the blurb of some cheap pulp fiction book.
Yeah, it was the exact opposite. But the old bird's worth saying hi to.
じゃあ話しかけてみる。
The
他
old
に寄せ。
hawk looks like shit if you
あ、
ask
鷹
me.
なのこいつ。スズメじゃねえのかよ。
Just like looking into the mirror.
答え出ちゃったわ。また当ててもらおうと思ってたら答え出ちゃったわ。鷹なのかこいつ。本当はファルコンって書いてんだけど。ハヤブサかよ。でもハヤブサは確か仲間だよな。ハヤブサじゃね。 やぶさ高違い。大きさか。特徴ひでえな。これ以上ないほど平均的で記憶に残らない男。かわいそすぎる。
The old hawk looked just like. Well, well, if it isn't the great detective, Marlowe.
Blow me, Sonny. You know I don't use that name anymore.
Okay, Mr. Dumbass alias Phil Marlowe.
So says someone who tried to go undercover with a feather pillow mafia is a turkey. Right, Mr. Turk Cayman?
何羽毛枕マフィアって。
Hey, that was a long time ago. I was
目が
young.
怖い。
まあ猛禽類だしな。猛禽類だっけ。だから違う気する。ダメだ、はやぶさははやぶさっていうイメージしかないんだよな。猛禽類じゃねえじゃん。猛禽類フクロウだっけ。フクロウぐらいか多分。あ、猛禽類だわ。
And I stick to my principles and my stupidity. Phil Marlowe, and that's that. Don't rile me up, you old fuck.
Okay, okay, fair enough. Sorry, I'm a little clucked tonight.
I know the feeling, pal. By the way, what are you two doing here? You stick out a bit. Are you here for a good old-fashioned beating?
We stick out. Man, you look terrible. Like someone who sat on an electric pole.
Don't even ask. I feel exactly like that.
You want a case?
5 feet tall, half of that legs. Angelic voice, demonic eyes. Just the usual.
キャッツインコのことこれ。
Oh boy.
And you?
Something like that. Just don't know the exact numbers yet. A dame named Natasha. She called us here. If I'm not mistaken, the joint is hers.
Yeah, she owns the joint, amongst others. Well, good luck, guys. That broad has a reputation. She's not the kind to toy with, if you know what I mean.
Any useful information?
For free?
Stop clucking around, Philmar.
All right, but just because of the old days. Look for me after you've talked to her. You wouldn't understand what I have to say about her before then. Don't leave unless you're thrown out, in which case, you know the drill. We don't know each other, I'll deny you in a blink.
Good to see you too, old pal. We'll be back.
お、済んだ。なんかめっちゃカラスみたいなの見たけど俺のこと。うわあ、まだいた。増えてる。あれ、イブン？イブンってあれじゃない、マフィアの。あ、だよね。あ、私立探偵なんだこれ。でまだ話しない人がいるからな。高級ウイスキー。
Look, Sonny, I know it's not my place, but Laura's father went to that guy when
実績解除した。
problems.
トロフィー獲得。飲酒問題行動。
You're treading on thin ice, Monty.
飲んだもしかしてこいつ。
No, I just look, fellas at the station are talking, you know, all kinds of things. Moses, Plato, Bosco, and the others.
Talking, eh? About what? About why Blood Boil took my badge? About what an untrustworthy alcoholic wreck I am?
Look, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter.
Good. and let it stay that way.
At least we're cracking this one together, yeah?
Sure, Marty.
いやバーテンダーさん見るはないのか。
2 whiskeys, kid, and no horsing around.
I've never heard that one before. Sonny, you gotta drive, you know?
Yeah, you're right, Marty. Hey, long face.
まあ飲んじゃっ
Give
て
me a glass of tap water too, okay?
高級ウイスキー飲んじゃってさ。
Yes, sir. Coming right up. That wasn't exactly what I meant.
尋ねるが追加された。もう悲しい。
Gentlemen, your drinks.
Yeah, sorry, but we have to run. Thanks anyway, Bojack.
My name is not Bojack. Yeah, I tip you, pal, but I don't have any change, so... Sure, sir. The Tsar welcomes you back anytime.
Sounds good, Bojack.
尋ねよ
Tell me, hey breath, have you seen Natasha tonight?
Not yet, sir, but she's coming on soon.
Well, can you tell me anything about Mr. Ibn Wessler?
Sir, I don't want to.
う。してもふっさふさだなこのバーテンダー。
What about, let's see, $5 maybe?
安くない？
But, sir, you haven't even paid for your drinks yet. Yeah, stop riding on the details, Big Nose. You do your job, and we'll do ours, okay?
I mean, we're not here for work, of course. We're just here to relax.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Just a little fun. Of course, gentlemen.
ウ
He
ェイト
has
です。
pretty long legs. I mean, pretty and long legs for a squirrel.
これもうイ
But
ブ
I
に
don't
話し
wanna
か
be
けるしかない
prejudiced.
な。
We're not here to stare at pretty squirrels. We're here to investigate, remember?
That girl is looking at me.
She's just looking at anyone whose glass is empty, Marty. That's all.
No, Sonny. She was staring at me, like, hard. I saw it.
Marty, you're imagining things. Oh, wait a second.
You see that, right? She's looking right at us with those big, black, weird squirrel eyes.
Okay, Marty, don't panic. Just look elsewhere and walk away slowly.
Creepy little squirrel girl. Creepy little squirrel girl. Creepy little...
さあじゃあ本命に話しかけましょうか。イブンたちに。でも連れそう女の気になるな。見よう。
That woman with Ibn. I think I know her from somewhere.
Maybe in your dreams, pal.
The memories are returning.
Jeez, just spare me the dirty details. Jeez, just...
さあ話しかけてみましょうかイブン。まあ一回見るけど。
That
Yes, it is. The great Ibn Wessler, in the flesh. So much for our incognito.
You think he noticed us?
Only if he's not entirely blind.
Great.
Just try to act normal, as much as you can.
Yup, that's him. The big rat in the flesh.
Well, it looks like this unpleasant conversation can't be avoided.
でもさこんな序盤でイブンに会うとは。
Just try to act...
Yup.
Well...
あウイスキー入ってる。
Come to daddy, darling. Come.
Calling booze darling. It's kind of weird, don't you think?
銃に話しかけるやつに言われてもな。
There's someone who calls his gun collection his hurry.
Touche. I'll shut it.
Good birdie.
さあ話しかけてみる。でも話しかけてみようか。Hello.
Just act nonchalant, my friend.
No, it can't be.
What now?
Is that Olivia?
No, Marty.
Hey, Olivia.
Are you talking to me?
It's me, Marty McChicken.
Oh, God.
What a pleasant surprise. The roaster copper's in person.
Chicken police. But yeah, Mr. Wessler, you could say so. The name's...
オリビア、なんか聞いたことある内容な。
Sunny Featherland, of course, of course. Chicken police. Your partner is, he is,
Marty McChicken, sir. I just introduced myself to your lady companion
おん
seconds
どりお
ago.
まわり、わら。
Oh yeah. I'm so happy to see you.
Hello, boys.
So, to what do we owe this pleasure, gentlemen?
Yeah, so, we were, just in the neighborhood, and...
Cut the crap, Marty. All right, we're here for your sweetheart, Natasha.
Oh, I see.
No big deal. Just a blackmail thing. You know, horrifying threats written on the wall with blood red paint. The usual stuff. You must be familiar with this kind of thing.
Oh yeah, indeed. It's, nasty business. But I didn't know Natasha hired a detective because of this simple matter. But to be honest, I understand. I would have taken matters into my own hands, you see. But I'm kind of busy.
Mr. Wessler had a meeting with Attorney General
what the
Hamtaro
hell?
yesterday, so
Joke.
he's rather tired. If you would excuse us.
Oh, dear Olivia, it's okay. These gentlemen are just doing their job, right? And if I've heard correctly, they're notoriously thorough. So, how can I help you?
We've got a few questions, if you don't mind.
I'm at your service.
オリビア、オリビア。まあ、カラスならまあ、もう答えるまでもないようなもん。はあ。よいしょ。いててててて。尋ねよう。めっちゃある。じゃあいろいろ聞いちゃおっか。
Nice bunker you got here.
Well, thank you, but it's not mine. Not anymore. But I'm sure you already know that. Listen, detective. If you want to know something, please ask straight, huh?
All right, Mr. Wessler, let's make this a bit more professional.
怒られてしまった。早速尋問ができてしまう。でも情報を集めたいな。
I'm not as exciting as people tend to believe. I grew up in a poor family of many siblings. I'm the only one still alive, unfortunately. My career started with a shoe store, and now, here I am.
I wouldn't call that an average life. Shoe store owner to mob boss.
How dare you speak to Mr. Wessler like that?
Leave it, Olivia, dear. It's just provocation.
I'm sorry if I offended you, Mr. Wessler. Shall we talk about something else?
Everybody knows Mr. Hayworth. He's an antique piece of furniture in this city, so to speak.
Only a bit worn out.
It's not my fault that he's so much in debt, detective. But the name of his family still rings quite loud in Clawville.
Is that still worth anything?
The name is just their name, of course. But the man behind the name is another man, Mr. Featherland.
You're a pragmatic rat.
Thank you.
ルイス誰だったっけ？ああ、
Everybody knows Mr. Hayworth.
Only a bit.
It's not my fault that he's so much in debt, detective. But
Is that
name is just a name, of course. But
you're a
thank you. Look, detective. If you want to know something, just ask.
いいんですよ。
All right, Mr. Wessler. Has your assistant been working for you long?
Are you talking about me?
Yes, I'm talking about you, ma'am.
Let me answer your question then. I've been in Mr. Wessler's employment for 6 months. Why do you ask?
Oh, just routine questioning, you know. Most of them aren't good for anything. Just killing time.
It sounded rude to me.
Yeah, please forgive a detective. Olivia's a real firecracker.
じゃあ行きましょう。尋問、まあ質問だけど一応。何トリッキーって役ミスってるしな。今これしかない。
How did you feel when you heard about the blackmail?
Honestly, I found it ridiculous.
And now?
Now I'm kinda interested. But I wouldn't call it blackmail yet. They're just empty threats. There were no demands.
ギャングのボスが言うと説得力あるね。
Good point.
Thank you. Are we done?
No, not quite.
I'm sorry to hear that.
不審なのか。いやでも単刀直に聞けっていう気持ちがあるもんなこいつ。だから周りくどいことやめた方がいい
Why
な。
didn't you just call the police?
Huh? Why? What would have been the use of that? A few messages aren't enough for a case. You should know that.
Harassment makes for a case. So do threats.
Who were you trying to convince, Sonny? Huh? They would have laughed in my face. Anyway, you know, the police station. Once I set foot in there, I'm not coming out again.
Your lawyers are too good for that, Ibn.
Yeah, I guess you're right, Chicken.
下がっちゃったよ。
Why would anyone have reason to blackmail your girlfriend?
I don't know, maybe because she's my girlfriend?
You think that's enough?
It's plenty enough.
Good point.
Oh, are you finally getting to a point? Or do you really want to dig around in my private life? Because, people who do that end up in the alley. If you catch my drift.
Very much so, Mr. Wessler. Wessler is tougher than I thought. And he's secretive. It's time to gently beat around the bush.
秘密主義で短期ね。
Were there any similar incidents in Natasha's past? I mean, threats, blackmail, enemies or insane fans. Psychopath pianists, perhaps.
I don't know about enemies, but she's a celebrity. A star shining bright in Clover's night sky. You understand? She gets endless fan mail. It could be anybody. I wouldn't overreact.
Natasha doesn't feel that way.
I've noticed.
これ聞いたらめっちゃ怒られそうだな。
Is everything all
でも
right
聞く。
between you and Natasha?
Yeah, you don't beat around the bush, do you? Understandable, I guess. Naturally, our relationship is stable and perfect. I'm the setting, she's the gemstone. Yeah, if you know what I mean.
I rarely hear such poetry, but I understand exactly what you mean, Mr. Wesley.
So, you have your answer.
No recent friction?
Wouldn't you like to know?
It would make my job easier.
Yeah, it would only lead you astray. So be glad that I tell you no. No.
Ibn is quick-tempered, and I can use that to my advantage. I've confounded and softened him with my previous questions. Now it's time to be specific and ruthless.
あれ、上聞いたらブチ切れられる気がするんだけど。
The mob boss and the pussycat, eh? How did you even meet?
Huh? Are you trying to piss me off, Corpora, so I accidentally let some big secret slip out, huh?
A simple answer would work.
You know, Natasha, she's both connoisseur and muse. So, how was it? When was it exactly?
You don't remember? That's strange.
Ah, yeah, the millions, of course. It was like another
ミューズ、
lifetime.
女神、
It happened right here. Only this place was called the Millions back then. She was a dancer.
すげえ喋ってる、すげえ
Behind
喋
the
ってる。
scenes, I arranged opportunities for her on the big stage. Yeah, maybe she still doesn't know it was me. Then one day, I invited her for a drink with a promise that if she was willing to meet me, I'd buy the place for her.
ミューズは女神だね。文芸とか音楽とか芸術とかを司る女神の総称だね。ああ、デザイナーとか作曲家とかの創作意欲を刺激する女性をミューズと呼ぶっていう。
I guess she was willing.
The next day, she had the club in her name.
へえ。
Well, that is romantic.
Yeah, there are many kinds of romance, Birdman. There's cheap and there's expensive. You get what you couldn't afford.
もうすんだ。
Do you live in the same house as Natasha?
Oh, you're really something. Natasha's a free woman, but mostly, yeah, at my place in Goldtown. But she has her own kind of a weekend house.
How often does she use the weekend house?
Yeah, every other weekend, roughly.
I see. That's very important information.
Yeah, if you say so.
So Natasha feels like she's in grave danger, yet she's still going out alone.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at. But I'm 100% sure of her loyalty. She's gone out very rarely since this started, and mostly in my company. Yeah, you know, I'm not sure if you do, but in our social circles, banquets and dinners are frequent.
Illegal gambling night.
You got me there. Yeah, you're right. Natasha is crazy about the roulette wheel.
Always putting it all on the red, right?
Yeah, you're a real rotten bastard, Sonny. Although, yeah, always on the red. Yeah, right.
So, can we meet your lady?
I don't see why not. But first, please, listen to her sing. She's on soon.
まだマシだな。
Thank you for your time. We'll be seeing you.
I have no doubt about that, unfortunately.
Hey, we should grab a coffee or something, Olivia.
ああ、やっぱりマーティ
For
の
old
昔
time's sake.
Pleasure to meet you, gentlemen. Goodbye.
Please take a seat. The show's gonna start soon.
大丈夫サニー。大丈夫？なんかトリップしてない？
Sonny.
It's dead.
That was, unique.
Oh, that is cute. Nobody has ever given me such a unique compliment before.
Forgive me, my name is Santino Featherland.
I thought so. You look more or less like I imagined.
More or less.
Sometimes less is more, Mr. Featherland.
You were amazing, dear, as always.
Could you be my little furball and fetch me a cocktail?
But of course.
Eben will be back soon. We'll have a few minutes to talk. Then he'll end the conversation and throw you both out.
Wow.
With all due respect, man, we're not that easy to get rid of. Doesn't matter who's trying, believe me.
It doesn't matter, he'll do it. That's why I'm telling you. I don't want a scene. My room's upstairs. Meet me there in 20 minutes. Come alone, Sonny. You'd be too conspicuous otherwise.
Hey.
I understand. You know, they call him Target Marty at the station.
I don't have time, Mr. Featherland.
Sure thing, Natasha. I'll come to your room. 3 knocks, a short pause, then another 3.
I'll be waiting. Go, before he comes back.
I knew she was trouble the first time I saw her. She wore danger like a perfume. It was simply part of her being, and it attracted me, like light attracts the moth people. I wanted to be the microphone as she whispers her melodies, or the pillow she rests her feet on while reading some cheap romance. I wanted to be her nightdress, barely touching, barely covering her marble skin. But I was a cop, and a lifetime wouldn't be enough to rid myself of what a woman like her hides under her makeup. Keep your distance, Sonny. Just keep your distance. You got a beautiful place here, Natasha. A peaceful little island on the ocean of madness with very classy furniture.
Eben likes me surrounded by elegant things, you know?
You're an elegant thing yourself, sweet.
Oh, that's charming. Thank you, detective.
Light is the brother of darkness.
More like its lover, don't you think? Anyway, I thought I hired a detective, not a poet.
I'm not a poet, Natasha. Just a fool.
Oh, what an act.
Light.
Oh.
I bet you spend a lot of your time staring into the mirror. Do you even recognize yourself? I bet you spend a lot of your time staring into the
びっくり
mirror.
押しちゃった。
Maybe you were trying to be rude, but, you know, that's a very good question.
I was just trying to be rude.
Oh, really? Well, then I'm sorry.
Don't mention it. So this is where the magic happens, right? The big transformation.
Every woman needs a little magic, and every man needs some illusion.
You're right there, Angel. So this is where the magic...
あの回がちょっと危険な感じがするんだけど。
Gee, that is a unique picture and kind of daring. I admit I've never seen
サニー
anything
の反応が。
quite like it before.
Yes, I admit it's a little daring. I keep it. It evokes good memories. A precious old friend of mine. A most wonderful artist.
He's got an eye, that's for sure, considering his model.
Was that supposed to be some kind of compliment?
I don't know. I don't compliment often.
でもあれだね、もう完全に体人なんだね、こうしてみると。後ろ姿だけだけどさ。
You're funny.
まだ個体差、いや、あれかいや、普通に、あれか、あの体の構造みたいな部分が人と一緒で、あれか、表面はじゃ動物が残ってんのかな。これ髪の質感なのか、毛なのかわかんねえ。髪の質感とかインクとか、そういうなんか何コインとか薄いのとかそういうのなのか、そのただ単に毛皮なのかわかんない。
This woman's aware of her charm, and she knows how to use it. A rare and dangerous combination.
さあ、ちらちら。さあ、本命。まず見る。
This woman's aware of her charm. This woman
さあ、話そ
How
う
do。you like your bourbon, Mr. Featherland?
in a glass. But thanks, I had a couple before I came. I feel like this may be a long night.
I hope it doesn't bother you if I have one myself.
I get offended if women don't drink in my company.
Oh, you are a funny guy.
So I've been told. Anyway, lovely room.
Yes. Look, Mr. Featherland.
It's sunny. Saves us a lot of time.
Okay, Sonny.
So, why am I here?
You know, men tend to babble in my presence.
It must be exhausting.
It is. But you're not the type to beat around the bush.
Is it too banal if I tell you it's an occupational hazard?
Terribly.
So can I start the unpleasant questions?
I've asked you here so you can do what you do best.
Really? I thought you asked because you wanted me to investigate for you. But if you'd rather be drinking...
You do have a sense of humor. How reassuring.
Only if I'm a bit hungover. That's usually quite common.
Oh, please drop the act about being the alcoholic, heartbroken ex-cop, Sonny. It would undoubtedly suit you, but I've seen you scanning my room. From the second you set foot in here, you started working, and everything I say gets sorted in your brain. Am I right?
That's a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, it's something like that.
Well then, Sonny, come at me.
Well, that's something I don't hear often. With pleasure.
おお、もう早速尋問が。はい。ああ、じゃあナターシャから聞いてみるか。来ます。
Natasha is a confident woman. I can exploit that. But I must be careful. Every part of her oozes danger.
自信か。
That was a remarkable performance.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Do you perform here frequently? You're also the owner, if I'm not mistaken.
Sadly, I don't have the time, but this stage still calls my name, and I perform just a few times a year, and always with a new song.
So that was all the excitement.
I have many admirers, if that's what you mean. Yes.
役がおかしいけど、飾ってる絵のこと言ってるでしょこれ。
The place is very elegant, and so's your room.
Why, thank you.
I kind of feel like I'm in a museum.
That depends on the kind of museum.
The kind with nice things.
Oh.
Suspiciously nice things, just like you.
Do you think I'm suspicious?
We'll see about that.
Try me.
What can you tell me about Ibn Wessler?
You should be more specific. What do you want to know?
あら、残念。冷淡だね。いや、出会い聞く
How
よ。
did you meet Ibn, if I'm not too intrusive?
Of course you're intrusive, but I guess that's an occupational hazard.
Well, yes.
I was a dancer here in the club, in Anita Jenkins' chorus. When she was in a good mood and allowed it, sometimes I even did her vocals for her, although she thought I was an upstart little whore.
Don't you see a correlation between your partner's activity and the threats?
That's a disappointing cop-like question.
あら。
I am a cop.
Yes, but you're different. You're too rough on the outside, and too vulnerable on the inside for a regular cop.
Am I that transparent?
A little bit. My eyesight's better than most.
Seriously, Natasha, don't you worry about the possibility of a connection?
Of course I worry about it. I'm not stupid. Those who are clever learn to fear. I learned at a young age, before I even had the chance to live.
Gee, well, thank you for your honesty. Deep behind the diamond skin lies the truth. It doesn't matter how hard Natasha's trying to hide it. She's scared. Now I must concentrate to finally find out what I want to know. What was in those threats, exactly?
The message itself is not a threat. It's just a word.
But a word again and again is threatening.
Exactly.
So,
You really don't have any idea which word could be used for a woman like me?
選ぶことないぞ。
I guess I do. Yes, I think I know what it could be.
Whore.
ああ、さっき言ってたやつだな。
Cat got your tongue? Am I right? You heard it. I said what you were thinking. And yes, that was in the message. That was printed on the paper and painted on my wall. In giant red letters.
Well, thank you for your honesty.
いやー、質問が多いよ。
No one's ever seen the culprit? Not even a shadow?
That's one of the most curious things. Even has men everywhere. Literally. My shadows. Ghosts in every alley. But no one saw anything.
One of them could be the culprit.
Ibn pays his animals well, and he's the most dangerous man in the city. A combination that nullifies your theory, I believe?
Maybe, ma'am. Love is capable of insane miracles and miraculous insanity.
What poetry. Did you ever think about writing a book?
Never. I'm afraid I'd learn too much about myself.
Maybe that's the point. I would read about you. Not like the Chicken Police Pulp Fiction.
Furry hell. Do you read that trash?
Like everyone else in the city.
Oh, great.
I think it's flattering, even as badly written tales of heroes in the gutter.
You enjoy it?
Oh, just a little, son. Just a little.
A dark shadow from the past. An ex-lover. A husband, maybe.
I'm surprised you asked that just now.
Well, I have my habits. Some call my methods peculiar.
The curious way to put it.
I'm a curious kind of fellow. So?
I've never been married, and I don't really have any serious relationship before Hobart.
A more dangerous, not serious relationship, maybe?
I've never been with anyone long enough for them to hate me.
Love is just another face of hate.
So is hate a face of love then?
I guess. Were you on the run?
No, Mr. Featherland. I came to Clawville with a clean slate, and I'd like to believe it will stay that way.
You mean as the girlfriend of Ibn Wessler, the biggest mob boss in Clawville? Yeah, good luck with that. Natasha is a mysterious woman, but I must gouge out at least one of her secrets. Enough games. It's time to know why I'm here. Let's stop beating about the bush. How do you know Molly?
I'm prepared for that question, but it's still not easy.
You knew very well that if you threw in the name of my wife, I'd come to you no matter how vague and suspicious the case was. I just want to know if you're simply a manipulator or you're really that desperate.
I really know her. I'm not lying.
Oh, really? How? Were you a nurse too? Forgive me, but I don't think so.
Don't be rude and so cynical, Sonny.
I'm sorry, but that's me when feline claws are at my throat.
Molly is an old and good friend of mine. She has nothing to do with this, but I knew that if I didn't mention it to you, you wouldn't have come.
Yeah, Natasha, you're right there.
I knew you were a decent fowl, that you would help me. That's what you're famous for.
Don't go there. Flattery doesn't work.
Look, forgive me. I shouldn't have brought your wife into this.
You're right, you shouldn't have. But to be honest, I don't think she's my wife anymore. On paper she is, but I haven't seen her in years.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Really?
I did. I knew. I checked you out before I sent Deborah.
Luck me. This case is getting more and more intriguing. What exactly do you want from me?
You are really as good as they say you are. And I'm not selling lucky dips, Sonny. Find them, whoever they are, and...
Whatever it takes.
Not exactly, but something like that.
You know, if I didn't see the speck of fear behind the confidence shining in your eyes, I wouldn't take the case.
I'm not afraid.
You're terrified, Natasha. Don't be ashamed.
You must solve this. As soon as you can. Money's not an issue.
お、いいんじゃない？いいね。
Just one more thing, Sonny.
Natasha?
Please, come to 37 Rochester Street in Flower Town tonight.
Oh.
I'd like to show you something that could be of a great help in your investigation.
I was afraid this was coming. Why there? Why not here and now?
It's something I keep hidden there. I won't take the risk of Ibn or one of his men seeing it.
Isn't Ibn too dangerous to keep secrets from?
Sonny, a woman is naked without her secrets. I knew you would understand.
Oh yeah, I understand everything. So, when do we meet? The night is almost over.
I'll be there in an hour. Don't be early, and don't be too late.
Look, Natasha, you know...
Please, this is very important to me.
Sure, I get it. I'll be there.
Thank you.
Until later, Natasha.
Goodbye, Sonny.
手がかりがいっぱい出た。あ、尋ねれるじゃん。
Why did you name it the Tsar Club when you took over? It was the Millions before.
Maybe you can guess my origins from my name and my accent. I come from the eastern Tsardom of Stavonia. We are quite respectful of our leaders.
You feel that's not the case here in Clawville?
新しい世界観情報が。
No, absolutely not, Mr. Featherland. Many here don't even know the name of their king. To them, he's only the Fox King. It's quite disrespectful and rude.
There's some truth to that.
Where I'm from, we choose our leaders ourselves. And whatever they do later, we proudly stand by our decision.
So that's why the name, in respect to your country.
Don't take me for so sentimental. It's only partly the reason. We lived there until I was 14. Then we had to flee. It doesn't matter why. In the end, I was the only one who made it to Clawville. So the name isn't because of nostalgia or respect. More like a reminder.
So, why Deborah?
I could not seek you out in person. It was risky even to send Debbie.
It's too late now. Mr. Wessler is aware of my little investigation.
I'm sorry I got her mixed up in this. She's a lovely girl.
She looked like one. May I be brash?
It's New Year's Eve. Everything goes tonight.
Ibn, you love him.
In my own way. Yes, I do.
Whatever that means.
You can't understand this, Sonny. There are women who can't actually love. Not like they're supposed to. But that doesn't mean they don't love however they can.
That's not a real answer, is it?
If you only accept yes or no, then yes, I love him.
実績解除した。
So this message.
I'm sorry I had to upset you, Sonny. But if I didn't take that step, would we be talking here right now?
Well, probably I'd be dead drunk and counting sheepmen in my dreams.
I'm good for you, you see?
You're a real angel. Why just me? What's wrong with my partner?
Nothing in the world. I just like to be discreet. I wanted to talk to you in private because of Molly.
Well, thank you for your discretion. It means a lot.
Don't mention it.
Olivia.
So, who's this Olivia bird?
I know well what you're curious about. You want to know if she's sleeping with Ibn.
The thought may have crossed my mind.
You men. But guess what? Maybe she does.
You don't care?
As long as he loves me, I don't.
Well, that's your business. What do you know about her?
She's not the one threatening me. You can be sure of that. I know that was your next thought. The lovesick assistant is jealous of the boss's girlfriend and wants to flick her out of the picture. It would even stand up, but Olivia doesn't have feelings. If she let Ibn sleep with her, it's because she does what he says. Nothing more.
It was so honest and raw, I'm inclined to believe it.
固い情報が増えた。
Seriously, how did you find me? Not even my boss knows where I live.
Although I didn't include Ibn in my little private mission, some of his resources were still available to me.
Yeah, let me guess. There's someone at the station working for him.
Someone? You're so cute when you're playing naive.
Have you ever had dealings with the police?
Not in this city.
And otherwise?
Does it really matter, Mr. Featherland?
Maybe it does. More than a little.
I'm afraid you'll have to unravel that thread yourself. But you will find nothing but a dead end.
Do you have a light, Natasha?
I'm sorry. I've never smoked.
Really? That's very uncommon in your line of work.
It was uncommon in all my previous lines of work too. But I promise that next time we meet, I'll bring you a box of matches.
I might take you up on that.
No trouble at all.
Do you have a light?
よし、こんなもんか。 ああ、よし。さすがにあれだな。仕事終わったばっかだから疲れちゃったね。終わりにします。ちょっと待って、確かエリア移動しないとさ、これセーブができないんだよな。だから一回出口出ます。
Well?
お疲れ様。
Weren't you supposed to be waiting in the car?
I was bored to tears, Sonny. I also thought maybe something happened to you.
You thought Natasha had eaten me alive, huh?
Well, who knows? You're such a fragile little thing.
I'm too old for this, Marty.
Then next time, leave the dangerous predators to me.
I didn't mean that, Marty. I meant you.
Oh.
で、次はこのスズメに話しかけて、スズメじゃない、ハヤブサ。じゃあ今回の配信ここまでとさせていただきます。また次回お楽しみください。それでは皆さんまたね。